Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And in this episode, we are back in the Cessna Citation Longitude, and we are going to be flying down to the St. Martin Princess Juliana Airport. Make sure, if you guys can, that you join us at Flight Sim Expo 2023. That's right, Overkill Simulations is going to be present this year, guys, at the Lone Star Museum in Houston, Texas. If you guys are interested in joining us there, be sure to check down the description below. There is a coupon code that can save you guys a bit of money using my personal reference to get you there. Again, that'll save you a bit of cash in your Flight Sim Expo 2023 experience. This is going to be June 23rd through the 25th of 2023. Again, in Houston, Texas, at the Lone Star Flight Museum. I went a few years ago in Las Vegas, and they are an absolute great time. There's some very, very informative and educational seminars to help better your flight simming experience, as well as a ton of developers of both hardware and software that you guys actually get to try out, essentially a try before you buy experience, as well as talking with the developers themselves and finding out what the products are all about. So again, guys, it's going to be Flight Sim Expo 2023 in Houston, Texas. I hope to see you guys all there. Don't forget to use my coupon code that you can find down in the description below. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come along down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below, and thank you to all of my current subscribers. And we can also compare. So there we go. New flight. All right, and we are departing from, what did we say? KTMB, I believe is Miami Executive. And we're going over to, oh, there it is right there at the bottom, TNCM. We're looking for the Longitude 700. There she is. All right, climb profile 250 knots to 270 up to Mach 0.80. Cruise profile Mach 0.82. Descent profile 2,000 feet per minute. Cool. What does it have our cruise altitude set to? Where are you? I know it's on here. Where are we? Altitude auto is what it shows. Is that the cruise altitude there, though? Some of this has changed. It's a little weird. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing something else. That's got to be it. All right, so we're going to change that. We want to be at least 41,000 feet, I think, today. Okay. Zero fuel weight freight, that's all fine. I'll leave that as is. And now we have generate flight. And my preference is and has been the PDF. I think the PDF is the most easy to read. Everything's just nice and laid out very easily. Now let's see what it picked in comparison to this. So interesting. All right, so we have, this one actually gave us a departure. Oops, why did I do that? Give us a departure where here we're going direct to GLAMS. GLAMS was the same. Ellie, yeah, this is almost completely different flight plan. Interesting. Huh, yeah, we don't need to save that. Okay, so we're going to stick with the SimBrief flight plan. Let's pull this off screen here for a minute. And we're going to minimize here, and let's go ahead and get back into the cockpit and start getting things set up. All right, it has been a while. We're going to see how much I remember. See if I can get it right on the first try, because it has been a while since I have checked out this aircraft. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is figure out our fuel load and get the aircraft fueled. So going back to SimBrief for just a second, we're looking at 6,951 pounds is what we're looking for today. I don't know why I pulled up the weather menu. Let's try that again. Now I could do this actually directly from the G3000, but it's just easy here in my opinion. So for fuel, here we go. I don't know what all these fuel things are about. That's odd. And right now, currently, we are at 7,200. So we just need to take off a little bit. There's 68. I guess we're going to go for... Oh, damn it. 7,004. There we go. I'll take that. So we're taking 13 pounds extra. Oh, no, we're not. We're taking 45 pounds extra. Okay. Still won't be an issue for our longitude. Okay. So let's grab that. And let's the games begin. So first we're going to do our pre-flight check. We're going to make sure speed brakes are retracted. Parking brake is set. Flaps are retracted. Throttles are at idle. All engine start switches off and secured. Okay, The nice thing with the Longitude is actually pretty easy to get rolling here. All right. APU, we want to make sure that is set to the off position. There we go. Test. Reset. Reset. All right, standby power is good. Quick check, everything is secured. Landing gear handle is down. All right, let the games begin. So first, standby power. I'll bring it on to life here. Then we're going to turn on our left and right batteries. I'm not going to worry about the ground power. We're going to get this thing started so fast you're not even going to know what hit you. All right, so we got a ground power coming on. Let's see if any of my views are saved. Of course they're not. That's my own damn fault because I did a refresh earlier or soon recently. What's the word I'm looking for? Dear goodness gracious. Oh, I hit something. Control Alt N2. All right, and we're going to turn our wing lights and anti-collision lights on. Actually, I guess the anti-collision lights can stay off for the moment. Passenger safety lights, seatbelt signs do need to come on, ladies and gentlemen. Refueling is complete, so make sure that you are in your seats. Let's get in front of the seat here. That would be helpful. All right, AHRS is aligning. Boom, and we have a screen. How about that? All right, I'm going to start by getting our flight plan information into the computer. Control Alt and 3. Let's save this view and let the games begin. So first we're going to go to flight plan. We're going to go to origin. Kilo Tango Mike Bravo for our departure airport. Going ahead and hit enter there. And we are going to Tango November Charlie Mike for the famous 1-0 landing at Princess Juliana. See how many people we can blow off the fence when we get there. Next, we are going to move over to our procedures and set our departure procedure. We are taking off from the MELS. Where are you? MELS 2. There it is. And our GLAMS transition. And we are departing from runway 09 right. So runway 09 right. There we go. Everything looks good on the departure. Let's go ahead and select that here. Now, let's see what we got going on. So from MELS, we're going to GLAMS. From GLAMS, direct to Kefir. And no, I'm sure I don't say half of these correct. I never will, guys. In the 3 years I've been doing Microsoft Flight Simulator videos, I don't think I've gotten one right yet. So just enjoy the way that I say the things wrong. All right, so let's add some en route waypoints. Now this part gets pretty fun and easy here. So quite a few directs here. Actually, looks like we got 2 directs initially and then jumping onto an airway. So Kilo, Foxtrot, Echo Romeo. And then we're going to find our asterisk as a delimiter. Oh, maybe we're not. Backspace? Nope. Back. Ah! What did I do? How do I get back to my keys? Cancel. Thank you. Ah, that's not what I wanted. So from here, we're going to, let's try that again. KFFER. Duplicates found. Oh, that's why I hit enter. And let's see here. Actually, ironically enough, they are both the same thing. I wonder why there's duplicates. All right. So from Kefir, then we are moving to, come on, come down. There we go, grab the screen. Kefir, we're going direct to Foxtrot, Oscar, Delta, Echo, Delta. Press enter there. Duplicates found. 12012. It must have duplicate databases, one from Microsoft Flight Simulator and one from Working Title. That's what I'm willing to bet. And then from here, we are jumping onto the airway of the Yankee 308, and we are exiting at Haggett. There it is. Boom. Load airway. And then from Haggett, we are flying direct to Charlie Alpha Lima Tango Oscar. Yep, Oscar. There we go. Yeah, that's got to be the issue there. Okay, cool. All right. And from Calto, we're jumping on to another airway. Load airway. Yep, the Yankee 290 and exiting at Slugo. Where are you? There you are. Load airway. And from Slugo, we're jumping on to the arrival, the Ulaba 1 transition. We're going to say none. and going into direct runway 10 at TNCM. All right, and we'll save the approach until we get closer. We'll load that in as we get up to the approach. Beautiful stuff here. All right, so let's see what our cruise altitude is here. We are going up to, as we designated, 41,000 feet. And let's see what our flight plan has for our top of climb. Top of climb should be at just after GLAMS. Let's see, 350, 410. Yep. Okay, so by Kefir, we're going to put Kefir as our target altitude. We should be there before then, slightly before. But we're going to make sure that it's in there as our altitude. So 4100 feet. Press enter. 41,000 feet is our target. Beautiful. And we should be at or above. Oh, did that change that? No, sorry, I did want at. My fault. There we go. Here we go. At 41,000 feet. Perfect. Nice altitude restriction there for our target. We can go back to the home page. Now let's continue moving forward and select everything else that we've got to do here. So next we are going to move over to performance, takeoff data, landing data, speed bugs. And let's see what the documentation says here for today. 128 knots, that is not going to be correct. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get our Cessna Citation Longitude Guide from Overkill Simulations pulled up, because it is quite helpful still. Now it's got a lot of updates to go through given the AAU1 update, but it's still extremely helpful and very nice for setting up the aircraft. So let's just bring that right up here. Here we go. I'm just going to scroll through. You guys can see a bunch of information in these guides. Folks, if you guys are interested, consider joining the Patreon site. Helps support me making new ones. Just wrapped the G1000 NXI guide. All right, weights and fuel. Here we go. Okay, so we need to take our Mac, which is 33. Let's see what it is on this one. Mac is 27.8. Where did my guide go? There it is. So we're going to take note of that. And we are looking for, here's all the flight plan entry for our test flight here. And here we go. Okay. So our Mac is sitting at 28.7. That's going to be 29. So we're going to be right about here. Oh, did not mean to move that. I opened the PTX instead of the PDF. Okay, so we should be looking at right around 4.5 degrees nose down for trim. And now let's see our weight. Total aircraft weight is 31,200 pounds. And so reference speed for takeoff, we should be looking at, here we go, 114, 115, and 126. Let's go ahead and drag that off over here. Let's close this up here. And so here we are looking at, again, 114, 114 knots. Rotation should be at 115. And V2 is 126. And FTO should always be 185. That is the maximum roll speed. You must get off the ground at 185 knots or you risk damage. Okay, and then we've gone and set our nose down trim. I'm going to work on that right here. So you guys can see there's our trim indicator. Pushing nose down here. That's actually nose up. I lied. No, that was nose down. I'm right. And we are looking for almost there. Come on. 4.5 degrees. I got 4.6. Come on. Come back one. Oh, darn it. Wow, I'm going the way wrong one now. So the problem that I'm having is that I set my trim on a hat switch on my stick, 4.4. That's what we're going to go with. It's close enough. It's actually probably more accurate than 4.5. But I set my trim hat on the on one of my flight sticks, but I'm using SPAD.next, and for whatever reason, if I just try to use the pulse, it doesn't work. Okay, so we have our trim set. We have our takeoff speed set. We have our flight plan in. Let's go ahead and move over to the radios. Transponder, we can leave it in auto. That actually is a really handy feature. Let's change the transponder code. Let's say we got 4421 today. And hit enter. Changes that. Everything's set there. Aircraft systems, I think everything else I'm pretty happy with. Cabin pressure, we can go all the way through. Altitude select, good, good. Landing elevations, already got that locked in for us. Excellent. Exterior lights, navigation are on, normal and pulse lights, good. That's the awesome part about so much of this stuff is it now works just automatically. It's pretty awesome. If you guys want to set the AC, we can set the air conditioner. Really, gosh, they've done such a beautiful job with this. I love what they've done with this. This guide's going to be hard to remake. It's going to be a lot of work. Okay, so now that we have that going on, let's go ahead and move back over here. We have the FMC set as required. Let's go ahead and verify our speed bugs are still turned on here. They are indeed on the Captain's TSC minimums. We won't worry about that until we get in. And other than that, I think we are good to go. Nav source, like I said, already the FMS, so no concerns there. And now let's get the engine started up. So, first thing that we are going to do at this point here, and actually that should be closed. Oh, well, let me, interesting. Yeah, check that function away. Let's start the APU. Oh, I'm an idiot. How about we go back here and start the APU? You guys didn't see that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't see that. Okay? Stop saying it. You didn't see anything. That was a figment of your... It was a glitch in the matrix. All right? Don't. No. I'm not hearing it. You guys did not see me do that. I don't know why we're arguing about this right now. All right, RPM percentage now up to 100%. Exhaust temperature in the norm. There we go. And let's turn the generator on for the APU. And now we have a bus tie closed. That makes more sense. Okay, I was kind of wondering what was going on there.
No takeoff.
I'm going to make sure.
No takeoff.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Had to make sure everything was working correctly. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is come back over here. Make sure that the fuel switch is indeed on. Huh, that's new. Interesting. I like it. Cool. All right, well, that solves that problem. All right, let's start our engines up then. Right engine, run, and hit the start switch. And just monitoring engine start. Probably should have turned those on first. No, you didn't see that either. I love that they made all the lights work. Emergency lights armed. I forget how much they've changed. I get in such of the routine of using what I've learned from the guide when I was creating it that now it's like I have to second guess everything that I'm doing every 2 seconds. It's crazy. All right, good start on one. Rinse and repeat. Left engine. Start switch to run. All right, let's get our generators turned on. We're going to do a reset on the right engine and turn the gen on. Reset on the left engine, turn the gen on. How beautiful is that, folks? APU gen can now come off. And let's go ahead and stop the APU. Taxi light to on. I can't remember if the HUD was added in this one yet. I don't think so. That would have been cool, right? Oh, hello. Just double checking again. Alright, groovy. Alright, looking very good. Okay, let's come back to our Navigraph charts. Let's see where we are at here. So let's go ahead and come to the airport charts. Pull up the charts here. We want the taxi information. Airport taxi. I want dark mode, if I can remember where the heck it is. It's one of these, I thought. Oh, Simlink? Come on, man. There it is. Alright, Simlink. There we go. Kidding me right now, bro? Yeah, sign in. Okay. Now we should be able to bring our airplane up. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now, does anybody remember how to go to dark mode on this? Like that. Yeah, buddy. That's what I like. Okay, so we are here. And we are departing. What did I say our runway was, folks? Come on, shout it out. Anybody? Runway 09 right. So let's see here. There's 09 left. We're going to be taxiing down. So it looks like we're going to be using Echo. Echo to Charlie. Actually, we can go Echo to Juliet. Or Charlie, yeah. Charlie, exit at Juliet. Juliet to Hotel. Hotel 1 to 09 right. So we're going to come this way. And take our runway. Okay. We can do that. This is where this gets interesting. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get her up and running here. So next thing we're due, release the parking brake. A little power. Brake test, cool. And let's start our taxi. June, you should really move. That's a bad place to be. Alright, and I will see you guys as we get closer to our taxi point, or our takeoff. Alright, so we are at the runway, just about ready for takeoff. I wonder how many of you guys were yelling at me here on our stabilizer trim. Did not realize that I had gone the completely wrong direction. So, we're now back where we're supposed to be there. Flaps are set, landing lights are on, strobe lights are on, everything is ready to go. No takeoff message is now clear. The aircraft is cleared for takeoff. We have our initial altitude set, target airspeed set, initial going for a max of 200 knots. So here I said flaps are set, altimeter set, transponder set to auto. Everything else is past the checklist. Good to return to the flight plan. And the one thing I do want over here is a full screen. Let's come back over here, full screen. Go to the home page. Oh, interesting. Flight plan. Well, Oh, I was on it. That's fine. I'm good with that. Okay. So, let's get her airborne. All right, so let's see here. We have our toga button here. I did not mean to roll that forward. Toga button here, and the auto throttle button is back here. So I'm going to push throttles forward. Auto throttle. Auto throttle's engaged. Airspeed alive. V1 rotating. This aircraft climbs so fast. Gear up. Flaps up. Watching that 250 knot limit. We want to make sure that she doesn't pass that. If she does, we'll take manual control of the throttle, but it looks like it's maxed at 251. Nope, she's not. Flight level change, autopilot master on. There, she's rolling back now. Good. Got a little faster, definitely busted our speed limit, but part of that was my fault. I didn't engage the flight level change fast enough. Auto throttle is in control. And she is slowing down. Good. A little stuttery today. However, we don't have an altitude restriction, so let's get her into the climb now. Flight level change. Flight level change is active. That's because you are set. I am an idiot. Again. 41,000 is what that should read. Okay, that was a simple misread. Don't yell at me. I am using the class Echo to control all of my autopilot functions. A wonderful, wonderful tool. I highly recommend everybody pick one up, especially now that it has its own mobile app. It works fantastic. It does require SPAD.next at the moment, but has features that many other pieces of software and hardware unfortunately do not have yet. Alright, let's lock us in. There's 41,000 feet. And now let's go to flight level change. There she goes. And watch it climb like a rock. Climb like a rock? Set the old keyboard down. Climb like a rocket is what I meant to say. She grips it and rips it, man. There's 9,000. Landing lights off. And now that we are past 10,000 feet, let's go ahead, and do a flight level change for 280 knots, which it already did. And we are still climbing like crazy. Beautiful. And we're going to be on 18,000 before we even know what happened here. Love this plane. Absolutely love this plane. And we're almost to that part of the flight where things start to get boring again. That's the problem with these kind of flights, is like once you get up to altitude, there isn't very much else going on. Why do I have a bad feeling we are not... We're in nav mode. But we are not following the FMS. See if it turns here in a minute. There it goes. Okay. But we are off. You guys see that? Like it even knows that we're off. Flight directors are on. Are we just zoomed in that close? Is that what's going on? No. We'll monitor it and see what it does when we get to Glams, but, or even at Mel's, we should make a slight turn. It's following the flight directors. Oh, set our barometric altitude. There we go. Yeah, she's not turning at all. See if it changes over to Mach here in a second. A couple things I'm finding a little weird here. I don't like that it's not climbing or following the flight path. I don't like that at all, because we are definitely not. If If it doesn't make a turn at glams, we know that there's a problem. Speed should have changed over to Mach by now. We'll let it ride for the moment. Alright, here's the kicker. If she doesn't turn, why aren't you turning, girl? Tracking everything, but I bet we're gonna walk right over that leg. I bet we're gonna go straight over it. Alright, we're gonna do this. See what happens if I switch between the two and rejoin. Because something is very odd, my friends. Now remember, we are on Sim Update 12 Beta. Maybe we're seeing something odd. I'm also going to switch speed into manual. And now it went over to Mach. So now we're going to increase speed. Mach 0.80. Aircraft's configured fine. So what we're going to do is see what happens as we intercept the new track. I'm going to put it back into nav mode and see if it doesn't pick up the FMS flight path like it should. Nav mode's reactivated. There she goes. So maybe it was just flying its direct intercept. Trying to intercept the flight path in the shortest amount of distance. Maybe that's normal. So maybe I activated the autopilot a little too early. But that was just odd behavior. I'd never seen that before. But the good news is we are on track. We are now following our flight path, and I will catch you guys as we get close to our top of descent. Let's go ahead and take a look at when that's going to be. I have to wait till we come out of the climb, so we're just about there. There we go. And we are out of the climb. Top of descent, little under 2 hours here, so I'll catch you guys in just a bit. All right, you guys, so we are about 7 minutes from our top of descent. So, let's come up here, and we're going to set some altitudes. We're going to take her down to 10,000 feet. Definitely takes a minute. Goodness gracious. Oh, too far. There we go. All right, and we're going to make sure VNav is enabled. And when the aircraft reaches its top of descent, which is right here, we should automatically begin our descent. So, I'm going to catch you guys as soon as we reach that point. Alrighty, we're about 7 seconds. See the throttle's rolling back there. And we have begun our descent. So from here, let's go ahead and make sure we have everything else in line. And I'm going to go over to the TNCM charts for a second. We've got RNAV 10. By Avaki, we need to be at 2,600 feet according to the chart. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Nope, wrong one. Didn't mean to click that. There we go. Oh, we can set a speed, but it won't let me set an altitude. Interesting. Well, the lesser is there. And we do have 1,700 feet. So, alright, so we'll use that. Final heading of 096. Let's make sure we have our frequencies. Nav 1. VOR, let's see here, let me get into the approach plate. Oh, it's RNAV approach, never mind, I don't know what I was thinking, I'm sorry. 095, that's what I've got, 096, yeah, that's our final approach heading, okay, gotcha. Alright. We shall manage. For some reason I thought they still had a VOR. I thought they had a localizer. How would you... I mean, RNAV is just GPS, but for some reason I thought they had one. Guess I'm losing my mind. It's been a while since I've flown out here, so I'll accept that. But we can also take a look at our PDF here. Start thinking about landing speeds. All right, so let's see here. We're going to need final weight. It gets a little early for that. We can get an idea of where we're at least. And I could have pulled this from the aircraft. This is just easier for me, honestly. Final weight. Let's see here. So far, we're at 27,400 pounds. So we're probably going to be in the area of... Okay. So we'll be looking at about 108 knots. 118 approach. 108 on the final reference. So we can go ahead and set that in. Let's go to speed bugs. There we go. Oh, what did I hit? That is not what I meant to hit. Speed bugs. There we go. Final approach speed, like I said, we're going to be setting 118 knots. And final reference will be 108 knots. There we go. Minimums for the approach. $214 feet. So let's go back home. Let's go to minimums. 214 on the barometer. Minimums are set. Speed bugs are set. Should be good to go. Now we are descending a little on the slow side, so I'm going to reduce our speed here a little bit. There we go. All right. And so I will catch you guys as we get on to the final approach. All right, guys. So we've just reached Slugo. We're at a 10,000 foot fix. The aircraft should continue descending here in just a second. Actually, doesn't look like it is. So let's do something here. What I actually want to do, I think we're going to activate the approach. And I'm going to start our VNav again. She is not descending, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to move to vertical speed and start bringing her down. And I just saw something else that I'm doing wrong, so let's get this aircraft slowed down. We're going to go to 240 knots for now. And you know what? I'm going to change what I just did. I shouldn't have done that yet. I was not where I thought I was. I thought I was closer. That was an oops on my part. Well, it looks like it's going to less or... Okay, I'm okay with that, actually. It's going to the fix. Okay, sure. Shave some time off our flight, right? And take us down to 1,700 feet, which is the initial fixed altitude. And then I think I'm going to try to fly her in manually from there. Let's set our barometric pressure here. I think it's 6,000 is when we're supposed to come out of standard, but we're just going to do it now. We'll do it again at 6,000. I want to make sure we Have plenty of time. Again, it's been a while. Been a while. We also need to get our lights back on. Oh, they're automatic. Never mind. Oops. Everything else is good. This is going to be a pretty shot. Look at that. Gorgeous. That's a good picture of her. Beautiful picture. At 240 knots, we actually want flaps 1, so I'm going to set them down. Anything below 250. We're 15 miles from our next destination, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, we're doing something a little different. I'm turning us towards lessor here. Reducing speed, going to flaps 2, below 230 knots. Already at our initial fixed altitude. Now we're going to start setting us for our final approach course of 096. Excuse me, I believe it's 095 is the correct heading. Runway in sight. Speed coming down to 180. Actually, we're going to go down to 150. Setting up a little early. Gear coming down.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
It's coming down.
Landing gear.
Calm down.
Landing gear.
We are way off course here. I'm going to disengage the autopilot and start flying her manually. Also disengage the auto throttle. I had it bound to a button, but I don't know what happened to it. Start approaching our approach speed here. Made that turn a little too late. Don't make the same mistakes I do, guys. This is why I leave all my mistakes in my videos. A little high, not too bad. That nose down a little bit. Speed's managing okay. Feels like we got a bit of a crosswind we're contending with. too high. Come on, baby, come down. There she goes.
Minimums.
Continuing.
200. 100. 50.
Oof. Come on, darling. Good landing. Whoa, was a good landing till I did that. Alright, let's clean up the aircraft. Flaps coming up. Oh, I thought I turned the taxi light on because I missed that. Oops. A little bit of light on in here. Clear the autopilot, disengage flight directors. Set altitude to 0. Okay. Spoilers are retracted. Whoa. Alrighty. That was a good flight. It was a fun flight. Reminded me of things I need to work on still. I made quite a few mistakes, but it was fun nonetheless. Nothing that was unrecoverable, which was good. A couple oddities in the beginning that I need to remind myself of, but fun flight. That was a good one. I liked that one. I always like flying out here. This is a fun place to fly to. I'm gonna put it right here. All right. Set that parking brake. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a long flight, but hopefully you guys learned a couple things even from watching my mistakes, things not to do, things to do, and at the very least enjoyed a good flight with the Cessna Citation Longitude. Another aircraft that I highly recommend you guys get into if you're not already. It's fast, it's powerful, it's quick, it's really fun for the you get sort of a bit of everything. It's really fun for like the short jumps too, because you get up real high, real fast. Like I said, it climbs like a rocket. And then, you know, just its cruise speed. I mean, it cruises at, you know, Mach 0.8, somewhere around there. Mach 0.82 can go to. And sometimes 0.83, depending on, you know, tailwinds and things like that. You can really get haul and tail in this thing. And then your descents are so quick and rapid, just as fast as the climb is, that it makes the flights quite a bit shorter, which just increases that replay. I mean, you get the whole experience without having the hours and hours ad nauseum with some of the other aircraft. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the aircraft, and hope you enjoyed the flight. As always, stay safe and healthy, folks, and I'll see you in the next one.